If you don't have country songs like this in your set list in 2026, you are missing out. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Aaron. I'm a full-time solo acoustic gigging musician. I'm originally from Ireland, currently living in Dubai. I've spent the last 8 years living in Sydney, Australia, but all the way back in time, I started gigging when I was living in New Jersey, in the US of A, back in 2012. And to be honest, up until that point, I didn't really listen to any country music whatsoever. But oh, how the times have changed. Unless you've been hiding under a rock, I'm sure you'll know how popular country music has become in the last even 4 or 5 years. You have Zach Bryan, Chris Stapleton, Morgan Wallen, even Post Malone is cashing in on this country music scene at the moment. So here are 5 songs that I have in my set list, no matter what the venue is. If it's a hardcore country bar, maybe they're gonna want something a little less mainstream. But if you're playing in an Irish pub, English pub, any sort of venue, these songs always go down a treat. Which brings me to song number 1, and it's quickly becoming the Wonderwall of country music, and that is Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan. This song is relatively easy to play on guitar. And if people are a fan of this song, once you play that opening note, you instantly know what it is. It's simple chords. It's E minor to a G. It'll be fine by dustlight, I'm telling you, baby. These things eat at your bones and drive your mind crazy. But when you place your head between the collar and jaw, well, I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never going home. You don't have to be Jimi Hendrix for this one. E minor, G, C major 7, a D, and then that chord. I'm not a whiz on the guitar, but I know how to play these chords. Some of them I don't know the name of, but I'll look it up. You remove this finger and you move the index finger up to here, so it's so easy. And once it gets to the chorus, scream it along. I was actually playing at a bar before, and I played this song, and it was like a younger crowd. This was back in Australia, and everybody was screaming the song along with me. And the one girl was with her dad. They were an English family, and he was like to me at the end, he's like, "What is that song?" He's like, "How does everybody know it? I don't know it." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "It's like the country Wonderwall." And his daughter was like, "Yeah." She's like, "That's a good way to describe it." So, Something in the Orange, add it to your set list. Song number 2. And it's a biased song for me to add to the list because I absolutely love this song. That would be Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. I always open up a set with this song because it's like chill, tempo. It might not be exactly the way he plays it, but I play it. So like a G is like that. But I use my middle finger where the index finger would be, and then I put my ring finger there so that it creates like that. So, because then it leaves your index finger to do the. Then you drop down to a C. You'll play your D like that as well. You just move up 2 frets. Well, the road rolls down like welcome back. to a better place than the one we're at. And I ain't got no kind of plan, but I've had all this down I can stand. But you can just do a normal D. Sometimes I do a normal D if I'm not feeling this slide up, so I'll do. But I ain't got no kind of plan, but I've had all this down I can stand. And then it goes into, it don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny, you can be my four-leaf clover, starting over. And a lot of people actually really like that song. Now, depending on what your vocal range is, you can move your capo up and down the fret. I'm tuned down a half a step. I'm in E flat, where I have my capo on the 2nd fret. On a standard tuning guitar, it'd be on the 1st fret. But I'm pretty sure Chris Stapleton plays it like, he's got a really high voice, so I'm pretty sure he plays it like that. So it'll be on the 3rd fret if you're in standard tuning, or on the 4th fret. Well, the road rolls out like a welcome mat, to a better place than the one we're at. And I ain't got no kind of plan, but I've had all this down I can stand. It don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I wanna be. I can hit those notes, but sometimes if it's my 8th gig of the week or something, I'll change it. I'll just move the cap up and down. It's about knowing what your vocal capability is that day. There's no point in you trying to strain to sing that song. What I really like with that song is, I love Chris Stapleton, right? The next song is not going to be point number 3, because it's still a Chris Stapleton song, and I usually do the two of them together. So I'll finish that one, depending on how the crowd is, right? Because the next song is a banger, and it has to be the right vibe for it. So I'll finish that. You can be my four-leaf clover, starting over, and I'll keep it going. Used to spend my nights out ballroom, straight into Tennessee whiskey. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet strawberry wine. And that is why mainly I keep the capo on the 2nd fret for starting over, because I can hit the notes, but if I'm playing it up here in the original key, then to move into, used to spend my nights out in ballroom, Tennessee whiskey, for the belting notes, it's just a little bit too high. So it's all about knowing your set list. You haven't got anything to prove to anybody at your gig, right? You're there to play the songs that they want to hear and sing along to. They don't know what key it's in. But if you're playing it up too high and you hit a bum note, your voice cracks or something, that's what people notice. Don't get caught up on it. But Tennessee whiskey, arguably, I would put it higher than starting over. But if you can do both of them in one, go for it, guys, because they are absolute bangers of songs, and people will sing along to Tennessee whiskey. Number 3 on the list would have to be a Luke Combs song. And the one that everybody knows is When It Rains It Pours. And again, it's so easy. Sunday morning and she woke up fighting back, bitch in the morning, on and on about the time I had. And then by Tuesday you could say that girl was good as gone. So I went for a drive to clear my mind, ended up at a shell on the I-65. And it's literally 3 chords, G, C, and D, and that's it. But yeah, When It Rains It Pours, super simple. And for me personally, I always mash it up with Brown Eyed Girl, because it's simple as well. Brown Eyed Girl is, hey, where do we go? The days when the rains came, down in the hollow, playing a new game, my bright-eyed girl. And then sometimes when I think it's over, I'll do I thought love was only true in fairy tale. You know? It's all about knowing your audience, and if you can mash songs together, it's such a big plus, because if you finish a song and then you're like, oh shit, where's the capo? I'm gonna go to the next song. If you can blend a couple of songs together, not every song, because that would be boring, right? Because you might want to have a bit of banter in between your songs. But if you can do like 2 or 3 songs that are in the same key, one after the other, especially if people are dancing, it stops that lull in the middle, you know? So yeah, that's still number 3, but I gave you 3 songs as number 3. If you make fun of me saying 3, I'm Irish, fuck you. Number 4 on the list, the cheesy classic that everybody loves. Doesn't matter what venue you play this in, Irish bars, country bars, any bars. And that is Almost Heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Country roads take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. John Denver Country Roads always goes down a treat. If it's a rowdy crowd, people are losing their minds to this one. And you can even do the little breakdown. Na na na, na na na, na na na, which is epic when people are losing their minds over it. It's a cheesy song, but it always goes down a treat, you know? Song number 5 on the list, it's gonna be another mashup. It's gonna be 2 songs in one, right? I'm basically giving you my set list tips here. You're getting the hidden gems right now. It's another cheesy one, but everybody loves it. Heading down south to the land of the pines. I'm on my way into North Carolina, staring at the road. Pray to God I see headlights. Wagon Wheel. Everybody sings along to Wagon Wheel. It's another country Wonderwall. My soul just breaks off 5% every time I play that song. But I'm getting paid to make people sing and dance. I'm not getting paid to play songs that I want to play, within reason, right? Rock me mama like a wagon wheel, rock me mama any way you feel. Hey, 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 mama rock me. It's just G, D, E minor, C, G, D, C. I always do when I ring it out, like especially if it's like a crowd that like country music. Maybe in some venues, if they're not familiar with the next song, don't play it. But when I rock me mama like a wagon wheel, rock me mama any way you feel. Hey, 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 mama rock me. Pause for suspense. You know I like a chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, pair of jeans to fit just right, and the radio. And that's chicken fried. Add it in if you know it. If it's a country-ish kind of crowd, especially if you're in the States watching this, you'll know these songs will be more popular there. Or when I was in Australia, country is very popular in Australia. I'm in Dubai now, so only in the Irish bars these songs kind of go off. If you're in anywhere that's got a bit of country flair, add that. So what do we have? Something in the Orange, Starting Over or Tennessee Whiskey, When It Rains It Pours, Country Roads by John Denver, Wagon Wheel / Chicken Fried by the Zac Brown Band. Add them 5 songs into your set list. If they work, drop me a comment. Like, share, subscribe. If there's any other genres or any other tips that you'd like, drop a comment as well, guys, and I'll be sure to get something sorted.